film is great, and basically I just want to know, what do you hope audiences take away from the film?
Well, I hope people get a chance when they see it, they tell their friends that it's not, the typical documentary, that it's actually entertaining. I love what you said about it being a great film experience, and that's what I wanted to create. But I also wanted something that they could take home as far as maybe something that they learned, something they hadn't thought about before. Yes, it's about the power of the media, and the power of the media has to influence society's understanding of people who are different. But it also is a great, historical document of where we've been, where we are, and where we're going as far as portrayals go, and how that really influences people. So I think if they take away that they enjoyed the time, the 90 minutes were fun, and it made them think about something that they hadn't thought about before. If you're a filmmaker, I hope it changes a filmmaker or a writer or anybody who works in the world of fictional entertainment. I hope that it changes the way they tell these stories. That they don't use the stereotypical storylines that were done before.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And being a huge movie buff myself, I thought it was just a brilliant combination of film history and commenting on the state of disabled people. It was like the perfect. It just blended both worlds together, and it was just a seamless thing. And I want to congratulate you on that.
Well, thank you. I need to take you everywhere I go. You're awesome. I love that. I just wish more people would know. See, this is the thing. If it wasn't for people like you getting the word out, nobody would know about it. And what that means is that people won't be able to experience it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, frankly, if I heard documentary, I wouldn't be that excited. If I heard the word, documentary and disability, you think it's something else, because the only thing that's ever been done about those subjects are like someone trying to climb a mountain, or some disease that's horrible and you don't want it's testing. That is not how this movie should be defined, because it's not what it's about. Yes, those things are included. It is a documentary, but it's different, and I think that's because I'm more of a narrative storyteller. I want to make something that's entertaining.
How long did it take you to get the film made?
At first, I always were like ashamed because it took a long time, over 10 years, and then I met some documentary filmmakers, and they're like, no, that's a good thing. It's a badge of honor. It means you stuck with it and you told a big story, and I'm like, oh, okay. But, it wasn't full time because we had to wait until we could get people, and things were developing, and as docs go, they kind of take their own path sometimes. Where I'm used to having a script, shoot the script, done. That wasn't like this. So it took a while, and I think that the world sort of had to catch up to us, because now with all the talk about inclusion and diversity and Me Too, that wasn't happening when we started.
Right.
Even though today, even though they are talking about stuff, there is still one large minority group that is overlooked, and it's people with disabilities.
Right. The unsung heroes out there, for sure. Wow. So speaking to that, what were some of the challenges you faced during production?
At first, we didn't know who we'd be able to get, and then we didn't know how to stop, because once we got the ball rolling, which I think the Fairley Brothers were the first ones on board, it was like a snowball, and it kept getting bigger and bigger, and it's kind of like a who's who in Hollywood, because I couldn't stop myself. Oh, we can get somebody else. Even today, people are like, there's other interviews I could do, and the film is done. It's out.
Yeah.
So they're like, do a sequel. I'm like, let's get this one to be seen first.
Okay. Well, I'm curious, is the film involved in any charities or organizations geared to promoting inclusion?
Yeah, we are partnered with Easter Seals of SoCal, and also there's been some discussion that people want us to start, because basically the mission of the film to elucidate people's understanding of disability isn't stopping with just the film's release. Yes, we want everyone to see it, but we think there's maybe more of a mission after that. So we were going to start the CinemAbility Foundation, which is to improve employment opportunities for people with disabilities.
Great. Yeah, I definitely think this film should be shown in schools, hospitals, anywhere where people are concerned with the well-being of others. I think this film should be screened, personally.
Yeah, and hopefully, also within the industry for filmmakers, for writers, but also anyone who just loves film. I watch a lot of Turner Classic Movies and, stuff like that. I think anyone who enjoys seeing your favorite movies and TV shows and seeing them in a different light, plus you get a chance to see these really big stars, not portraying somebody, but talking from their heart. And they really did open up, which was surprising sometimes.
Now, did you have a favorite celebrity that you interviewed?
Oh, wow, you're trying to get me in trouble in Hollywood, right?
Or top three.
I really loved them all,
Good answer.
Everyone who came on was awesome. They really gave of their time and opened up in areas that sometimes I didn't expect them to. And sometimes they would say something that they didn't expect themselves to say. And they realized on camera, and when those moments happen, when it happens right while you're filming, it's awesome.
That's great. That's so cool. Are there any celebrities you didn't get to interview that you wanted to?
There were a lot that actually were on the, we could only fit so much into 90 minutes. Our first cut was, I think, 4 hours, and it went down to 2 hours. And there's some stuff in the special features. Kevin Sorbo, who's a great guy, we interviewed him and talked about Soul Surfer. It's on the DVD.
Okay.
And other stuff that we just couldn't squeeze in. Since then, I've met the folks over at the TV show Speechless, and they were actually on a panel when we did a screening, but they're not. I didn't interview them for the film, but they're definitely people that we're friendly with. So yeah, the story kind of continues as things go on, and who knows? Who knows what we'll do next?
Now, did you hit the festival circuit already? Did you go through those channels?
We didn't really do a lot. We did a few. Back when we were still editing, actually, and testing things. And we had a great response. In hindsight, I probably should have done more. But you live and learn. We were just very well received everywhere we went, and we were still fine tuning it. So now it seemed like it was the right time to just bring it out to the public in mass.
Yeah, it's a good time for it, and I'm glad it came out when it did.
It won awards everywhere it went, but sometimes you just want the public to see it, because we had a lot of demand. We were doing a lot of specialty screenings too, and what was funny is that people would come, and maybe a friend brought them. They didn't know what they were going to go see, and afterwards they wouldn't leave. They wanted to talk, and they wanted to have it so they could show their friends. So they wanted to see it again because there's so much packed in there that just one viewing is kind of hard sometimes.
Okay.
So we knew that if we put it out, then people would be able to do that. Okay. It's funny because our hurdle is getting them to see it. Once they see it, they want to see it again. They want their friends to see it. It's just that first step. And like I said, if it wasn't for people like you, we'd have a real hard time getting people to know that it's something they should check out.
It's such an important film. It needs to be seen by anybody. Anyone breathing needs to watch this movie. And so it's a love letter to film history, which that's the part that I fell in love with, as well as the larger message of inclusion. But I'm curious, what are some of your favorite films of all time?
Ooh, well, I probably have to say the one film that I think I got really inspired in as a kid to get into the business.
Mm-hmm.
There were two,
Okay.
mainly because of the impact that they made on the audience.
Okay.
One was Jaws, which I was probably too
Oh,
young to
great.
see at the time.
Nice.
And the other was Rocky. I really liked Rocky 2, but Rocky
Rocky
1 and
2.
Rocky 2. Rocky 1
Okay.
and Rocky 2, both of them. Rocky 2, they get married. It's a happy, it's, even though Rocky 1 won the Oscar.
Right.
But when I saw Rocky 2, it was in a packed theater, and people were jumping out of their seats, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. I want to have that kind of control over that many people.
Nice. Well, maybe you'll relive that experience with Creed 2, which is coming soon.
It's possible. It's
Yeah.
possible.
Awesome. Well, Jenny, I want to thank you for today. The film is amazing. It really needs to be noticed. It needs to be seen by everybody. I loved it, and I'm sure everyone else will agree. It's one of the better documentaries I've seen lately, and I want to congratulate you again. It's a great film.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate your help getting it out there, and we've got another film coming out that is a boxing story about Tiger. It's coming to New York too, so you'll be hearing about that as well.
Well,
yeah,
if you wanna do another interview in conjunction with that release, I'd be happy to set that up as well.
Okay, that's a theatrical release.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely keep in touch, and I really appreciate you helping us get the word out about CinemAbility. I think it's important because I don't like it when there's a great thing that nobody knows about.
Right. No, people need to know about this movie for sure.